So the story, one of the stories, In the Heights takes place in one of the hottest 4th of July weekends in New York. It's set in Washington Heights, which is the barrio where there's a big mix of Latino cultures from Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Cuba, what have you, and then everybody else. In the Heights traces that story through the ladies who are, who like to gossip in the hair salon, and the father, Kevin, who gets his daughter coming back from college and giving him a piece of not very so good news. The money for the scholarship ran out and she dropped out. It being musical theater, the scene takes you into the song because that's the nature of the beast. It's a musical, and you wonder, why do these people break into song suddenly? Well, the scene, supposedly, or the way the classical musical theater is constructed, it drives you to a point of intensity where somebody goes, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair, or some enchanted evening, or whatever, passion-filled thing is. Her little hand in mine as I scooped her up, and I spun her around and placed her upon my shoulders where she can see the whole parade and wave our flag. I would stand beside her and I'd say, I'm proud to be your father, cause you work so much harder and you are so much smarter than I was at your age. And I always knew I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. When does the song change? When does it turn? When does that scene, which is the song, when does the story turn?
Well, Sky and Sarah start singing a duet.
No, within the song. Sorry.
Oh,
what's the phrase? What would be the phrase you think?
So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. It's probably the changing point, because at first he's like telling her that he's in love with her, but then like there's a problem with his love because he's like confused and.
Okay. Could he be declaring the love to her maybe at that point? Like suddenly it's like, but you please forgive the haze that I'm in. You are the one that I've never been in love with before. And as opposed to if you were sitting here going, what do I do tomorrow? I gotta tell Sarah that I've never been in love before. So I want to have you with her hand and connect. Yeah, connect. Yeah, just and the moment you find yourself kind of like, not knowing what to do with your hands, one, you can choose to do nothing, or you can really have it motivated so that you take her hand over. Okay? Let's find out. I've never been in love before. All at once it's you. Go ahead. Before, and so that moment in between, that has to be filled with something. It's not necessarily movement. It's not necessarily sing with your hand, but something is happening. You have to think the words. You have to, I'm thinking the words because what am I gonna say next? Let's go back to this, So there's that pause, This one that's not too strange and strong. Look at her. Look away. My songs What I'm asking her to do is to focus on that poster as though she's talking to somebody. Or if she's thinking about it, but at least it's focused somewhere as opposed to, kind of looking this way and that. I'm trying for her not to sway, because it happens, it's stuff that we do. And the big payoff is the end of the number. So you can't just be like, it's not like, no, we'll be somewhere, somehow, somewhere. It's like...